Hey everyone, it's Mr. Vargas here, looking to help out my Math 8 class with their homework assignment, which is 1.3, homework 1.3, page 27. It's called Multiplying and Dividing Monomials. Let's jump right on into it. Number 1. Number 1 has this, -6 squared times -6 to the 5th power. Alright, so here we're actually multiplying, and we can use the law of exponents to help us make this multiplication really quick. And off to the side, I just want to go over this one more time. We've got M, A, D, S, P, M. So once again, if we multiply powers with the same base, we can just add the exponents. If we divide powers of the same base, we can just subtract the exponents. And if we ever do a power to power, or power to a power, raise a power to a power, we can actually just multiply the exponents. So this part, this blue section right here, that won't be until the next lesson. Today we're actually going to just focus on this top two items, with this being one thing and this being another thing. Okay, here we go. So back at it, we've got multiplication here. The bases are the same, -6, -6. We've got the power and the power. So we can just multiply, which means we simply add those exponents, and that just gets us -6 to the 7th power. And that's your answer. That's all you need. If you want to, you could actually work that out, and you can do -6 times 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 -6. You can do that whole shebang. Since it is an odd exponent, you know your answer will be negative. And when you do that multiplication out, if you used a calculator, you should get something like this. Beautiful. All right, let's go to number 2. So here we have -4a to the 5th, and that is times 6a to the 5th. Okay, for these problems, we first check, okay, we've got bases are the same, so that's good. That's good news. But both of these problems have what we call coefficients, or not problems, both of these terms have what we call coefficients. So this is a coefficient. Whoops, spelled that wrong. And this is a coefficient. When we are multiplying, remember, numbers next to numbers with parentheses, like that. This implies multiplication. We're multiplying. Okay. Here we just multiply the coefficients like regular numbers, right? -4 times 6. Okay, so what's -4 times 6? Those are regular numbers. We can multiply them. -4 times 6 gets you -24. Okay, now we go to the variables, and they are the same base, so we can add the exponents. So really we can just take a to the 5th plus 5, right? Because I got 5 here and I got 5 a's there. So when I multiply that out, I should get -24 a to the 10th power. And that's the answer. Okay, moving right along. Number 3. Ooh, number 3 is a doozy. This one's got a lot of work to do. So let me write this out. Okay. Wow. So for this example, we're actually multiplying two terms here. We've got this guy in the blue, and we've got this guy in the black. We're multiplying those two things together. I always start out with the coefficients, the numbers in front, right? Those are your regular numbers, -7 times 5. So -7 times 5, do that over here. -7 times 5 makes -35. Okay, now we've got a to the 4th power here, and let's line it up alphabetically. So a to the 4th power, and then here we just have 1a. So that would be times a to the 4th power times a. And then what happens when you do a to the 4th power times a? You should just get a to the 5th power, since you have 5 a's there. 5 a's being multiplied by each other, that is. Okay, now let's move right along to the b's. Here we've just got 1b, so times 1b. And then over here we've got b to the 4th power, so that would be times b to the 4th power. Alright, if we want to simplify that, we want to write this in compacted version. Right now it's expanded a little bit. We can compact it even further. That would just be b to the 5th, because 1b plus b to the 4th, or sorry, not plus, times b to the 4th makes b to the 5th. And I'll just do this just to help us out a little bit. Alright, and then last it's c. So we've got c cubed. So times c cubed times, that's c squared. Okay, bases are the same here. We've got c cubed, c squared. So this time it's going to be c to the 5th power, since 3 plus 2 makes that 5. Okay, here's number 4. We've got 8 to the 15th power over 8 to the 13th power. This one is really quick and easy. We've got a division bar right there. Fraction means division. Remember what we do when we divide, going back to mad spam. When we divide, we just subtract the exponents. So here I can actually just go ahead and move that up there. And that's just going to result in 8. And then 15 minus 3 is 2. So 8 to the 2nd power, or 8 squared. And that's your answer there. Easy peasy. Moving on. Number 5. Okay, we've got 16 t to the 4th over 8t. Okay. What I like to do here first is actually just divide like normal, right? You've got 16 here and 8 here. Just divide that like normal. It's just going to be 2, right? 16 divided by 8 makes 2. Okay, now with our new rule, when we're dividing exponents, if there's nothing above a letter, it's understood to just have a little 1. It's t to the 1st power. Okay, and we can actually move that t to the 1st power up here and subtract it away. So t to the 4th minus 1 is just the same as t to the 3rd power. So there is your answer, circle boxed in blue. 2t to the 3rd. Okay, number 6. This is probably going to be the last problem where we stop for now. So we've got 8 to the 6th, y to the 14th, and x to the 4th, y to the 9th. Alright, so we've got division here, so we know we're going to have to do some type of subtraction. First, I want to show you the long way. I want to show you why this subtraction works. Okay, so let's go ahead and write both the top and bottom in expanded form. So the top would look something like this: x times x times x times x times x times x. Since we have x to the 6th, there's 6 x's. And then y, oh my gosh, y would be times y times y times. I'm just going to keep going. How many is that? Need 3 more. Whoa. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 y's. All right, let's draw our fraction bar. Really long fraction. Okay, and then let's do the bottom part. Let's expand that out. That would be x times x times x times x. And then here it's not as bad. We've got 9 y's this time. Okay. Now we can actually simplify or cancel out common factors, common numbers, but we have to match them up in pairs. So I'm going to match them up in pairs right here. Top and bottom. So we've got an x here. Whoa, not that. There we go, back to normal. Hey, we've got an x here. So that cancels out with this x there. Got an x on top, x on bottom, x on top, x on bottom, x on top, x on bottom. Okay, leaving 2 x's or x squared up top, which we'll write in a second. Now let's cancel out some y's. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, we're all out of y's on the bottom. So now you should be left with just some stuff up top. And in particular, you get right here x times x, which just makes x squared. You guys know that. And then right over here, we've got y times y times y times y. That's 5 of them. So that would be x squared y to the 5th power. And that would be your answer. Now let's do it the quick way. Moving up right here. We know the law of exponents just tells us if the base is the same, we can actually subtract our exponents. So go ahead and take this and subtract it there. And this 9, since it needs to match up with this y to the 9th, y to the 14th, we can bring that up there, subtract that away, and you would get on top x to the 6 minus 4 is just x squared. And then for this guy right here, y to the 14 minus 9 is just the same as y to the 5th power. 14 minus 9 is 5. Look how much quicker that was. And we got the same exact answer. Nice. Alright guys, that's it for today. I will see you in class.